we're at Busch Gardens today. Now this is part of our month-long at the parks adventure, but we are not at a Disney park. I understand this is a last-minute impromptu trip and we're still super excited about it.
Hey pal, I'm Jordan Ashley and together we vacation. I value spending time with the people that matter most and we love building memories through travel. So if that sounds like you, be sure to subscribe, hit that notification bell because I'm going to be using all my experience as a travel planner as well as a former Disney cast member turned homeschooling mom that travels the world trying to help her kids learn, grow, and explore everywhere we go to help you have the most magical vacation on earth. And if you would like me to personally plan your vacation, look in the description box below, schedule a call or send me an email. It is at no additional cost to you and I would love to help you out because making memories is not just important to me, but I am sure it is important to you too. So hop in pals, get excited. We're going to explore Busch Gardens in Tampa and we are going to talk about the best things to do there, especially with little kids. So sprinkle some pixie dust on that like button because away we go. Now, a lot of people know about the festivals that Disney World puts on, the Flower and Garden, International Festival of the Arts, you have your food and wine and your holidays, but not a lot of people think about SeaWorld and Busch Gardens as a place to go and experience different seasons as well. So here it is Mardi Gras currently. They have other festivals that go on throughout the year as well. They have the parade, the Mardi Gras parade. Of course, there are beads. They also have specialty entertainment and decorations. They have the specialty food options, which is of course a big hit at any festival. I know it would be with us. We actually breezed right through. This was not the reason we came today. However, we do really enjoy festivals. So be sure if you are coming on a trip to always look and see what special things might be going on. You never know. Maybe your favorite band from your childhood is making a comeback and doing a tour at one of the festivals. That is always a fun surprise. So planning your vacation? Check it out.
Okay, so something that's different about Busch Gardens is that that the girls are riding a ride all by themselves, and we're not allowed to ride it because we are too big. But this will be their first one that they're riding by themselves, and so I'm very intrigued to see what happens. When Ariana came when she was 2, she may or may not have tried to climb out of one by herself. So hopefully Big Sister will keep her in. Fingers crossed.
So as a former Disney cast member and mom, I cannot say that this is my favorite park, but it is definitely up there. And I know that it is a little outside of the Orlando area, but I would highly suggest it. More on why later in the video.
So there's this amazing spot where you can come walk through the kangaroos and wallaby area, and you can pet them if they're in the area that is close enough to you to pet. However, you have to be 5 years old or older. Neither of my kids are old enough to do that. Hold on. So you can go to the desk. Sometimes they will give you fish food for the little ones to feed the fish. And so that's what we're doing right now. If they don't, they also have this where you can purchase it. Looks like for 50 cents. Are there fish in there?
Yeah, there's fish.
You feeding the fishies?
That one got it. Mia, throw it in.
Mia, are you gonna feed the fishies? That's so cool. They must be hungry.
Okay, now while I am a Disney mom through and through, a former cast member, and I used to work at Animal Kingdom, so I do still believe that Animal Kingdom has some better theming, and I love it. But this park is epic. They have an amazing array of animals that you can observe and some of them that you can even interact with. And they also have rides for all ages. They have some big coasters and they have the little rides as well. Now, I would have to do a video to compare the two parks specifically so that I can give a full pros and cons list of them both. But if you are coming to Orlando and you are going to the Disney parks, you might not have time to come over here to Busch Gardens. But if you are coming down for an extended vacation, maybe if you're coming on holiday from the UK or from another country, this is a must-do. Now, one of our favorite experiences here at Busch Gardens is the Lorry Landing. There are birds from tropical locations on the outside, and then once you get inside, there is lots of lorikeets, and they are so beautiful. And even if you just walk through, it's great. But you can also purchase some nectar that they could drink from, and they can feed the lorikeets. Your kids can, you can. They even will perch on your shoulder or on your arm if they feel safe, and you give them the opportunity. Plus, this was so fun. I just really loved it. And the girls just got a kick. I wish I could give you all the squeals of joy that they had, but there were some other kids in the background too that I want to give them respect and privacy because they were having a little bit of a harder time, a little bit more nervous. But this is such a great experience, and I would highly recommend it as long as you like animals. Okay, so next we went to Sesame Street Safari of Fun, and this is an area which, as the name suggests, is full of the Sesame Street pals, and I will have to make a video coming to a YouTube channel near you, aka this one later, specifically about this area and about the differences between this one and the one at SeaWorld, which is more Sesame Street themed and looks like Sesame Street, and maybe you can tell which one we prefer. Maybe you'll hear some of our pros and cons in this video, but both are amazing, and I would highly suggest coming here if you have little kids, maybe even some of those slightly older kids. They would enjoy it as well. They have some really great tree fort areas where you can climb and play and let that energy out. And of course, you say, but they're going to be running around all day. Well, no, most of the younger kids are going to be in a stroller, or they're going to be confined to a line where they're not allowed to climb and play. This is an essential place that we will actually come back to later on in this evening. So another pro about coming to Busch Gardens is the crowds. Your crowds are going to be significantly lower, specifically in this time of year. If you're not coming during the summertime, during the big peak seasons, your crowds will be lower, as well as the animals will be more active. They're going to be moving around more because it's not going to be quite as hot in the middle of the day, and so you'll have better interactions with the animals.
Meal, and he uses this
which is a program designed to take care of socks like herself, breed them, pair them together.
Now, a con is not everything is open during all times of year because of this, and a lot of it is residual from the pandemic as well. But it is still an amazing place to come. You will get the opportunity to ride lots of rides, especially during this time of year, especially for those little kiddos. Like my kids didn't have a wait on any of the rides that we went on today. Now, if you are planning to go to Orlando for a Walt Disney World vacation, unless you plan on going for those long-term vacations like we talked about earlier, I would not suggest adding this to your itinerary. You are just going to be too full. There is too many things to see at Disney World. However, if you are coming down for another vacation, maybe your kiddos got a little bit older and you want to do a little bit more thrill rides, while I still stand by Disney is awesome for any age, young at heart always, I would say that a Universal, Busch Gardens, and SeaWorld vacation was always a hit for my family, and it is something that we really enjoyed growing up, and I still enjoy to this day. So that would be my recommendation if you would like to make two different vacations. So depending on what your family's dream vacation looks like, we can talk about it in our personal call together or over email, but that is just something you will have to decide for your family. I just would not recommend doing it all at once. There is a lot to do here in Orlando and Central Florida. Now, whether you are a homeschooling family like us or not, I would highly suggest looking for all the different learning opportunities at each of the parks. Now, the kids might not want to do school, quote unquote, but there are so many fun ways to engage with what the theming here at the parks. It's just another way to build memories. Okay, I feel like at this point I have to apologize because I love animals so much. I have worked with animals in zoos. I've taught about animals. I teach about animals online to kids now. If you want to check that out, I'll put it in the description box below. No pressure, just all that to say, I like animals a lot. So obviously it's really hard for me to filter out all of the animal content that I got during this amazing Busch Gardens day. Some of the animals were very active, and that was just a fun thing for me to see, the kids as well. But it might not be everybody's cup of tea, and I really want this channel to be helpful to you. So let me know down in the comments, would you like less animals in the future? Exactly what would you like me to give you? More tips and tricks? Do you like the vlog videos? I am here to help you have the most magical vacation on earth. And to do that, I need to know what you like. So send me an email or shoot a comment down below, and I'd love to work together to make this channel the most useful for everyone. So we had to go back over to Sesame Street because they had an amazing interaction available. Now this is special. This is not the typical meet and greet that is available here at Busch Gardens. They do have characters come out and meet, typically 1 to 2 at a time, usually on the stage. This was a special pass holder opportunity to meet the characters all at the same time, which we had to take advantage of while we could. And if you want to meet the Sesame Street characters and you are not going to Busch Gardens, they are also available at SeaWorld Orlando. And again, you will not be able to see them all at one time, and you might not get the opportunity to see each of these specific ones. However, in times past, pre-pandemic, they do all make appearances, and there are other entertainment options. At SeaWorld, they have an amazing parade and with the Sesame Street team, and it is so worth it. Definitely go to that. If you're here at Busch Gardens, they have a fun and interactive show with the Sesame Street characters. That is also a must-see if you are coming here, and I would definitely suggest it if you have littles. We did come back to this area so that we could see that show, see these characters, and then go do a few more rides before leaving for the day. And tomorrow, guess what? I'm going to take you to another park that's outside of the Disney bubble, but still in the Central Florida area. It's actually outside of the theme park world, and it is another way that you can build memories with your family while you are here vacationing. So be sure to subscribe, hit that notification bell, and I'll see you real soon, pal.